Hello everyone, this video is about diode rectifiers. We know that a rectifier is a circuit which will convert AC signal into unidirectional signal, nothing but an AC to DC converter. Depending upon the supply, the rectifiers can be classified as single phase and three phase. A single phase rectifier again can be either half wave or full wave. Similarly, a three phase can be either half wave or full wave rectifiers. A single phase half wave rectifier is rarely used for industrial applications. That is why here in this video we will learn about full wave rectifiers. So the diodes are the one which is widely used for rectification process. So we will assume the diode to be ideal, that is the reverse recovery time and the forward voltage drop of the diode will be negligible, that is almost equal to 0. So this is full wave rectifier with resistive load. So we can see that you have a AC supply Vp, it's sinusoidal, we can write it as Vm sin omega t, and it is a center tap transformer. We have two diodes D1 and D2. So the waveform you can see, this is the input waveform Vm sin omega t. So we will consider the working. So during positive half cycle, the input here will be positive with the polarity shown. So what will happen? This diode D1 will be forward biased, whereas D2 will be reverse biased. So the current starts flowing through this D1 through the load. So you can observe the direction of the current which is indicated. Assuming the diode to be ideal, that means zero voltage drop across the diode, what we get? We get Vs minus, here this is plus minus, we will consider the voltage across R as V0. Vs minus V0 equal to 0 or V0 is equal to Vs. This is obtained by applying KVL to this loop. So what about D2? D2 is reverse biased. What is the voltage across D2? It is open. It is not conducting. So the voltage across the diode D2 during positive half will be equal to this voltage plus this voltage, which will give us a negative value. So we can, if we apply KVL to this loop, we get Vd2 plus Vs plus V0 equal to 0, or Vd2 is equal to, what is V0? V0 is also equal to Vs. So it is 2 Vs. When we take it to the other side, it becomes minus 2 Vs, or it is minus 2 Vm sin omega t. This is nothing but the peak inverse voltage. Next, during negative half cycle, this is negative, this is negative, this is positive, this is negative, this is positive. So what will happen during negative half cycle? During negative half cycle, diode D1 is off, whereas diode D2 is on. So again, the current flows through diode D2 along the resistor in this direction. So the current direction through the load is same. So we have the output voltage again as positive during the negative half cycle. So So what is the voltage which appears across D1? The voltage which appears across D1 again is the sum of this voltage plus the voltage across the resistor, which gives us minus 2 Vm. So the peak inverse voltage of a full wave rectifier with RL load is equal to 2 Vm. We can also have a bridge configuration. So we can also have a bridge configuration wherein we have 4 diodes. So during positive half cycle, D1 and D2 will be on. So the current flows in this direction. So the output voltage V0 is again positive with a value equal to Vm, whereas during negative half cycle, which is indicated by this red one, we have this as positive. So what will happen? The current starts flowing through D3 to the load, then to D4 back to this. So during positive half, the diode current flows through Vs, D1, R, D2, Vs. During negative half cycle, the current flows through Vs, D3, R, D4, Vs. So both positive half as well as negative half, the current flows through the load in the same direction. We have the output voltage positive. So the output voltage, either you use a center tap transformer or a bridge configuration, we get a unidirectional output. So this unidirectional output is nothing but DC. So this DC output contains ripples. It is not a pure DC. It contains ripples. So we need to measure the performance of a rectifier. Okay, there are few performance parameters which will decide the performance of a rectifier. Here in this full wave rectifier, we can observe that when D1 and D2 are conducting, the voltage which appears across D3 and D4 is just equal to Vm, its negative value. So peak inverse voltage of a full wave bridge rectifier is equal to Vm. So well, let us find what is the average value of the output voltage. So how do we find the average value of the output voltage? We have observed the output waveform for half cycle. It is 0 to pi, pi to 2 pi. This is our V0. X axis is omega t. So what is our average output voltage? We write it as VDC. VDC over one cycle is 1 by 2 pi integral 0 to 2 pi V0 d omega t. Our V0 is same as that of the input. That means this magnitude is Vm. So we will write it as 1 by 2 pi integral 0 to 2 pi Vm sin omega t d omega t. Since our positive half and negative half output is same, we can rewrite this as 2 by 2 pi integral 0 to pi Vm sin omega t d omega t. So we rewrite this as Vm by pi. Integral of sin omega t is minus cos omega t with the limits 0 to pi. So on substituting the limits, we can get it as Vm by pi minus cos pi. Cos pi is minus 1, minus of minus 1 is plus 1. That is minus cos pi is minus 1 minus minus cos 0. Minus of minus is plus, again cos 0 is 1. So minus cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. So this becomes 2 Vm by pi. which is approximately equal to 0.6366. 2 by pi is 0.6366 Vm. So this is our average value of the output voltage. So how can we find the output current? Average value of the output current IDC is equal to VDC by R. Next we will see what are the other performance parameters. The performance parameters are RMS value of the output voltage and current. We have already seen the average value of the output voltage and current. The other performance parameters are form factor, ripple factor, transformer utilization factor, power factor and crest factor. We will see all the remaining performance parameters for a full wave rectifier with a resistive load. Next is RMS value of the output voltage. VRMS is 1 by 2 pi integral 0 to 2 pi Vm square sin square omega t d omega t whole within the root. So we can rewrite this as 2 by 2 pi because our positive and negative half is almost same. Vm square I take it out, 0 to pi sin square omega t rewrite as 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2, this whole within the root. So we have 2 and 2 get cancelled. So we can further write it as Vm square by 2 pi integral 0 to pi 1 minus cos 2 omega t whole within the root, or it can be written as root of Vm square is Vm, Vm by root 2 pi integral of 1 with respect to d omega t, d omega t, d omega t with respect to d omega t can write it as omega t minus cos 2 omega t can be written as sin 2 omega t divided by 2, the limits from 0 to pi, this within the root. So we'll simplify this. Vrms is equal to Vm by root 2 pi and applying the limits omega t pi minus upper limit minus lower limit, it is pi minus 0 minus we have sin 2 pi by 2 minus sin 0 by 2 whole within the root. So this anyways we know it is 0. So we have Vm by root 2 pi into pi minus 0 is pi whole within the root into root pi. So root pi and root pi get cancels. We are remaining with Vm by root 2. It is nothing but 0.707 Vm. So this is our RMS value of the output voltage. So what will be RMS value of output current? IRMS is equal to VRMS by R. Efficiency, which is given by eta. Efficiency is the output power by input power. So we can write it as PDC by PAC. PDC is nothing but VDC square by R, whereas PAC is equal to VRMS square by R. So R and R get cancels. We can write it as VDC square by VRMS square. So we will write this as 0.6366 Vm the whole square by 0.707 Vm square. So on simplification we get it as 81%. So efficiency of full wave rectifier resistive load is 81%. Next is form factor. So our form factor is nothing but VRMS by VDC. So on substituting VRMS and VDC, we will get form factor as 1.11. Next is ripple factor. Ripple factor is square root of form factor square minus 1, that is nothing but 1.11 square minus 1, which gives us 0.482, or in percentage we can write it as 48.2%. So our peak inverse voltage is nothing but 2 Vm. So what is transformer utilization factor? Transformer utilization factor is PDC by Vs Is. So Vs is nothing but the RMS voltage of the transformer secondary. So Vs is equal to Vm by root 2, which is 0.707 Vm. So the transformer secondary current Is is 0.5 Vm by R. Okay. So our volt ampere rating of the transformer will be root 2 Vs Is. So on substituting the value of PDC, which is 0.6366 Vm the whole square, by R, and substituting the value of Vs and Is, that is our volt amperes rating, the transformer utilization factor, we get it as 81.06%. Okay, so this is the power performance parameters of the full wave rectifier with resistive load. So the next video we will see how a full wave rectifier performs with an inductive load. Thank you.